Lemons are the quintessential citrus fruit, low in calories, high in citrate, and known for their distinctive flavor. Whether you like lemon or not, I'm sure you've heard about lemon water in the context of health. But what is lemon water really good for? Is it true that it detoxifies your organs, helps you lose weight, prevents diseases, improves your digestion, or increases your energy levels? Today, in this video, we're going to analyze one by one the supposed benefits of lemon water. And also, we're going to learn along the way. You'll see, it's not all about debunking myths. We're going to learn as we go, and you'll also see that there really are some benefits to lemon water. But if we look at the particular characteristics of lemon, what we see is a rather high citrate content. Later I'll tell you what this is for, because it does have its uses. Simple sugars, it's a fruit with very little sugar, and a very good amount of phytochemicals that are interesting. All phytochemicals are interesting, including those in lemon. Does this mean that lemon or lemon water has something that other fruits don't have, and that's why it helps me lose weight? Well, unfortunately not. The main obstacle we find here is that, unlike other fruits, we don't usually eat the whole lemon because of its extreme acidity. No one eats a lemon in bites. Maybe someone does, but it's uncommon. We use it squeezed in juices or as a seasoning like salad dressing or in other dishes, but just to add a bit of flavor and freshness to the food. So the amount of interesting phytochemicals we actually end up consuming is very diluted, it's very low. On the other hand, all the fiber, which is one of the elements in fruit and other foods that helps with weight loss, is lost when you squeeze it. The lemon, it remains in the pulp. Even so, there are some indirect ways in which lemon water or lemon can help you lose weight. Will you understand? Pay attention, it's simple. First, will you drink more water? Yes, we have evidence that increasing water intake between meals and before meals helps with weight loss. Not because of the water itself, of course, but because it increases your satiety levels. It creates mechanical satiety by taking up space in the digestive tract, in the stomach, and it generates satiety. If you enjoy and regularly drink lemon water, you'll likely end up drinking more water. And replacing other drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, with simple sugars and calories. And this, above all, this last part will aid fat loss. Additionally, it has a mildly suppressive effect on your appetite. That's why many people do well with lemon water during intermittent fasting hours or the fasting window. Very citrusy and acidic flavors in general decrease appetite. The same thing happens with grapefruit, and there's another way. Acids slow down gastric emptying, and this also creates a feeling of fullness. We mentioned apple cider vinegar, which contains acetic acid and is acidic. It also slows gastric emptying. The same thing happened with acidic fruits. Third, we have evidence in animals that some phytochemicals present in lemon increase the beta oxidation of fatty acids, but we don't have evidence in humans. And we would probably need liters and liters of lemon water to get concentrations of this substance, similar to those in the studies done on animals. What's more, many of these compounds are in the peel. They're not even in the pulp or the juice of the lemon. They're in the peel, and we don't usually eat the lemon peel. Very important conclusion for point 1. Remember it. If instead of drinking juices, shakes, smoothies, or beer, you drink water with lemon, you're going to lose fat and you're going to lose weight. Absolutely. But it's not because of what you add with the lemon water, it's because of what you replace, because of what you end up excluding from your diet. Second very interesting point, at least curious. Does lemon or lemon water increase your energy levels? Does it make you feel in a better mood? Look, we have very little evidence, I'm being totally honest, that this can happen from a physiological point of view. And if there is a study that claims that the scent of lemon or lemon oil can modulate your body's autonomic and endocrine response, in this study, the participants feel better and more energetic. After a lemon aromatherapy session, they were given different scents, lemon, lavender, a neutral scent, and after the lemon aromatherapy, they felt better and more energetic. As I mentioned, there's hardly any evidence. It's mostly anecdotal. Another possibility for improving mood and energy levels is to address a possible vitamin C deficiency. A low intake of vitamin C is indeed linked to a worse mood, especially in older adults. The last reason why lemon or lemon juice could improve your energy levels shouldn't be underestimated, and that's the placebo effect. Your own expectation of something can make that thing make you feel better. This isn't magic, it's physiology. The placebo effect is well known and fascinating. We can discuss it in another video if you want. Lemon water has a health aura, which has been contributed to by hundreds of celebrity magazine articles, talking about this topic non-stop for decades. And that whether you want it or not, whether you're aware of it or not, it creates a certain expectation around, in this case, lemon water, but also around many other substances. It's likely that simply expecting this, due to the placebo effect, will make you feel better. Here, I want to reflect on something. All of us, absolutely everyone, use the placebo effect daily, both in our favor and against ourselves, which is known as the nocebo effect. Our expectations about a substance, about food, about a drug, or about an action or an event greatly influence us. How does your physiology respond? We often underestimate the placebo effect, which is a major mistake that, as I said, deserves another video. We're talking about one of the claims, one of the, let's say, most recurring promises with the topic of lemon water, which is the detox effect. Does lemon water detoxify my body, whether I drink it on an empty stomach or not? If you understand a bit of human physiology, you'll soon realize that those detox claims generally make little sense. So in general, you have two detoxifying organs. You have the liver and you have the kidneys. Well, actually you have three, but two kidneys and one liver. Does your diet affect these organs' health? And it's also true that some compounds found in lemon, like limonene, help liver enzymes eliminate toxins. However, studies evaluating this have only been done on animals. And we don't know how many lemons we have to eat to get an amount of limonene that actually has any effect. Watch out, we're repeating what we said before. Many times these bioactive compounds, phytochemicals, are in the lemon peel, and we don't usually eat lemon peel. In any case, the best thing you can do to detoxify is to maintain healthy liver and kidney function. And here it is absolutely true that your diet and lifestyle play an essential role. It goes without saying that you shouldn't smoke and you shouldn't drink or should drink very little. Don't use other toxic substances and exercise daily. It's the best thing you can do to keep these organs in top shape. Next, a very interesting point. It helps improve my digestion. Lemon water. The reasoning usually goes like this. Let's see. Lemon increases the secretion of bile acids, like the bile acids secreted by the gallbladder under the liver into the small intestine, which help regulate intestinal motility, absorb fatty acids, and absorb fat-soluble vitamins. So that's it. Lemon improves digestion. And, it would be a statement with biological plausibility behind it, with common sense and logic, but the truth is that we don't have studies to either confirm or deny this. So it remains in the realm of anecdote of physiology. And in any case, that effect on digestion will depend on the food you eat with the lemon. If true, this effect might aid digestion of heavy or fatty meals. Is that true for you? Let me know in the comments. Other times it's claimed that in people with hypochlorhydria, lemon being acidic could help. Look, you have to understand that you have some cells in your stomach called parietal cells. These cells produce acid because the stomach needs an acidic environment. It needs it to digest properly. When we don't have enough acid, we have hypochlorhydria, or we can even have achlorhydria, which is a total absence of acid. This leads to symptoms like abdominal bloating, most often due to chronic gastritis or Helicobacter pylori infection. But of course, if you have a condition or suspect that you have hypochlorhydria or achlorhydria, what you need to do is go to the doctor. Don't drink lemon water. It will make your blood more alkaline. This is also one of the most common promises and claims when it comes to lemon water. There's another belief, very widespread, that our Western diet, which is unhealthy, makes the pH of our blood acidic. This raises the risk of mutations and disease. And fortunately, there are healthy foods that are alkaline, and that raise, alkalinize, and regulate the pH of the blood, bringing it back to normal values. On one hand, the Western diet is bad for nearly everything. On the other hand, having a very low, acidic, or very high alkaline pH is dangerous and can be lethal. The main example of acidosis or overly acidic pH is diabetic ketoacidosis, a condition affecting type 1 diabetes patients that can be fatal if not treated promptly. On the other end, we have metabolic alkalosis, which can be caused, for example, by excessive vomiting or kidney problems, or respiratory alkalosis, which can be caused by hyperventilation. For example, what happens during an anxiety attack? Luckily, fortunately, you don't depend on eating broccoli or Swiss chard to alkalinize your blood, because you have multiple, not just one, but multiple buffer systems responsible for keeping your blood pH at very, very regulated levels, which range between 7.35 and 7.45. It stays within that narrow margin. When the pH drops, there are systems that alkalinize the blood. When it rises above that range, there are systems that acidify the blood. Therefore, the pH of your blood is already regulated by many very important mechanisms in your body, in your organism. So you don't have to look for alkaline elements, which on the other hand are healthy, because most of them are vegetables and they are healthy and will have many benefits. But you don't have to regulate your blood pH this way, just like you don't have to remember to make your heart beat or remember to breathe. The pH of urine can be changed by including different foods in your diet or even by supplementing with potassium citrate to prevent kidney stones. But not like this. The pH of the blood. The effect that foods can have on your blood pH has already been evaluated in studies, and it is minimal. For example, here an alkaline diet only raises pH by 0.014, a very minor change. And finally, let's talk about a completely real benefit of citric acid or citrate, which is found in lemon and also in other citrus fruits. In the kidneys, citrate or citric acid combines with calcium and prevents the formation of stones, or calcium phosphate stones and calcium oxalate stones, which are two types of kidney stones, stones or calculi in the kidney. Low dietary citrate reduces citrate in urine, which is normal, but increases your risk of forming stones. Lemon isn't the only source of citrate. You can also use potassium citrate supplements, as I mentioned earlier. And are there any precautions I need to take with lemon water? Is it completely harmless, or do I need to be careful? Well, yes, you do need to be careful with a few things. They're not very serious, but you should keep them in mind. Erosion of dental enamel. That's something that happened, if you remember, also with apple cider vinegar. Why? Because the acetic acid in apple cider vinegar is also an acid. Therefore, if you drink too much lemon water, if you're drinking lemon water all day, you could have problems like this. Also, avoid brushing your teeth immediately after drinking lemon water, as it can further erode tooth enamel. That said, we don't know exactly what amounts are problematic, and it's probably not something universal. It depends on different individuals. But use common sense. A glass of water with a little lemon is fine, but a liter of water with 12 squeezed lemons might be too much. Common sense. Today we've seen, guys, what lemon water can and can't do for your health. If you want to learn more about the benefits of eating fruit daily, here's a video with lots of info. See you tomorrow. Big hug. Keep empowering yourself.